second and short. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Claiborne. Runs through the tackle. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. He's got it.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Demon Deacs. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to Brown. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Louisville! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Calls his own number. Turning it on. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And, RD, this is why you run plays right up the middle. This is why you work on it. It's a design play to get you 4, 5, 6, 7, a positive gain, and then you run it enough. Somebody gets out of their gap on defense, and boom, you get a big play out of it. So nice job by the offense. Day one plays you installed in training camp that come out to be big plays.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Skinner. There he goes. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Moss. Caught over the middle, it's Lacy. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Cardinals are rolling down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Moss. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Skinner. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. Takes his shot. Complete to the right. He's loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wade. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, How hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Try to get it to the edge. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards, and they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield, it's Moss. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for space. It's Claiborne. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Mays. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The give to the back. Got the first down, looking for more. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Moss. Steps away to find some room. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
Grabbed on the outside, it's Skinner. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got him downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. 10. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And the route is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Brown has it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Mama, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Looking downfield on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wake. And the punishment has been extended. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Got a man, it's Bell. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Give to Brown. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Fights off a defender. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job of that.
Turning it on. Discards him with the stiff arm. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And they did tack on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Hernandez. Finding open areas. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. That's caught. It's Barnes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll go to the ground. Creates a little room. There he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And the pummeling has started.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. To throw, it's Moss. Pocket breaking down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. It's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play?
Free up the gut. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in the practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the right side. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and we'll see if they go for it here. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.